Introducing SuperCab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the SuperCab app today. SuperCab, your ride your way. Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing SuperCab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the SuperCab app today. SuperCab, your ride your way.
Good evening, you're watching News at 9 p.m. on Psalm TV, the pulse of the nation. This is where every headline matters. Stay engaged. Follow us on Facebook at Psalm TV and stream live on YouTube at Psalm TV Live. This is where stories breathe. On the news tonight, NOA and EFCC launch nationwide campaign to combat cybercrime and promote financial discipline among Nigerian youths. British American Tobacco Nigerian Foundation opens application for 10 million naira farmers for the future grant to support young Nigerians and agribusiness entrepreneurs. African Democratic Congress State Chairman endorsed interim leadership under David Mark, dispelling rumor of party division. International news. President Trump announces 35% tariff on Canadian exports as it signals broader trade action. Business news. UBA expand across 20 African countries, aim to boost intra-African trade entertainment. While on entertainment, Chris Brown pleads not guilty to assault charges in London nightclub incident. Sport news. Nigerians Flying Eagle draw 1-1 with Ghana in WAFU B Under-20 Cup opener. I'm Bridget James and now the news in full. The National Orientation Agency and the Economic and Financial Crime Commission have embarked on a transformative nationwide campaign to tackle the rising tide of cybercrime while promoting financial discipline among Nigerian youths. Launched during a public lecture organized by the EFCC to commemorate African Union Anti-Corruption Day, this initiative targets states identified as hotspot for digital fraud, with a particular focus on young people. NOA Director General Lanre Issa Onilu emphasized the campaign's goal of fostering ethical entrepreneurship and responsible financial behavior by engaging communities through workshops, media outreach, and educational programs. The initiative seeks to equip young Nigerians with the tool to navigate the digital economy ethically. Issa Onilo noted that the program will collaborate with local influencers and educational institutions to amplify its impact, ensuring that the message of integrity resonates across urban and rural divides.
Investing in virtual assets and other forms of investment is not fundamentally a crime because it creates opportunities to make money and the scope of making payments faster and cheaper. However, there are some that are unregulated and have the potential to be a Ponzi scheme. With these trends on the rise, stakeholders are finding ways to address the menace. To achieve these, the EFCC is marking the 2025 African Union Anti-Corruption Day with a public lecture with a theme, Understanding Virtual Asset and Investment Fraud. The aim is to create awareness on the ills of corrupt practices.
Our findings showed that fraudulent politicians are already perfecting schemes and hiding their loot in cryptocurrencies to beat the investigative darkness of anti-corruption agencies.
The report of 2024 reveals a 45% surge in financial fraud cases, with 70% of losses linked to digital channels.
The lecture is equally a platform for stakeholders to brainstorm and come up with policies that will not only protect Nigerians, but also regulate these virtual assets.
Our joint efforts are aimed at ensuring that virtual asset-related activities are conducted within bounds of the law.
We are unable to properly determine exactly what it is and where the regulation is situated. The national
Transitioning to another youth-focused effort, the British American Tobacco Nigerian Foundation has opened applications for a 2025 Farmers for the Future grant, a 10 million naira initiative designed to support young Nigerians, including NYSC members, in building sustainable agribusiness, now in its 6th year. The program offers equity funding, business training, mentorship, and access to a network of agri-entrepreneurs. But NF General Manager Oludare Odusanye emphasized that the initiative goes beyond financial support, aiming to foster innovative and ensure food security. Applications accessible via the Bant NF mobile app closed on July 20th by empowering young farmers. The program addresses unemployment and strengthens Nigeria's agricultural sector, a critical pillar of the economy. Together, this initiative highlights a concerted effort to channel the potentials of Nigerians' youth towards sustainable development. Shifting focus on the political landscape, the African Democratic Congress has reaffirmed its unity and support for its interim leadership under former Senate President David Mark, following a strategic meeting in Abuja on Wednesday. State chairman, including the Federal Capital Territory representative, dispelled rumors of internal division. Honorable Kingsley Ogar, chairman of the ADC Forum of State chairman, he confirmed that all chairmen were fully engaged in recent party developments and endorsed the current leadership. ADC spokesman Bolaji Abdullahi clarified that the meeting aimed to reassure state leaders of their relevance, emphasizing inclusivity and caution speculations of a leadership takeover. This unified stance strengthened the ADC's positions as it prepares for future electoral contests, signaling a commitment to cohesive governance.
To a clear understanding that all the state chairmen will remain in office, but where a chairman is willing to relinquish his position for whatever reason, he's free to do so. But we are not going to ask any chairman to leave his position. That is what we have agreed. There is nothing in the constitution of ADC that we have contravened. We are on a solid legal ground, and if anyone has any evidence to show that we have violated our own constitution, they are free to act on it. But we are not going to continue to follow people who all they want to do is to continue to make noise to say, oh, this is going on and that. So we don't have time for that. But if anybody has any evidence that we have violated our constitution, then they should bring it forward. There's an attendance sheet that I've not looked at, but almost every state chairman is here. Almost every 37, including FCT. 37 state chairmen, including FCT, were present here. So, and the purpose is to dispel all kind of falsehood and rumors that have been going around the country that we have come to take over this party from them and to push them away. So we have invited them to this meeting to reassure them that we don't have any intention to push them away. We don't have any intention to shove them off. We are here to work with them as partners to build a strong and formidable political party. And
in a related development, Senator Nida Amerson has hailed the Supreme Court's affirmations of Governor Monday Okpeyolo's election as a turning point for Edo State. The court's dismissal of PDP candidate Asu Okpeyolo's appeal, citing insufficient evidence of electoral malpractice. He has ended months of political uncertainty. Emerson described the ruling as a moment of renewal, urging Edo citizens to unite behind Okpeyolo to derive progress. He emphasized that the decision reinforces faith in Nigeria's democratic institutions and shifts focus onto governance. Ismahu pledged to collaborate with Governor to deliver tangible benefits to Edo South, highlighting the importance of unity in achieving shared goals. Similarly, a coalition of political analysts, democracy advocates, and good governance group, they have called on expedited judicial actions in the ongoing Kano Emirate disputes. Speaking at the press conference in Kano, the group, led by Comrades Al-Amin, Al-Bara, and Malam Saminu Abubakar, they expressed concerns over legal delay, warning of potential escalations in tension. They urged the Supreme Court to clarify constitutional powers regarding traditional institutions, stressing that a swift ruling is crucial to restoring stability and preventing a broader crisis. This political development underscores Nigerians' commitment to resolving disputes through democratic and judicial progresses, fostering an environment conducive to progress. On the security front, Nigeria continued to grapple with significant challenges, but recent operations demonstrate a robust response from security forces. The Nigerian Air Force, under Operation Fasang Yama, conducted a successful airstrike on July 9th, targeting a convoy of approximately 300 terrorists in Zamfara State, spotted near Yerbuga in Maru local government area. The convoy, comprising 150 motorcycles with armed fighters, was neutralized after positive identification. NAF spokesperson Air Comrado Ehimen Ejame reported that the strike resulted in significant casualties and the destructions of several motorcycles, with survivors fleeing as air assets continues to follow up. Ground troops confirmed the operation's success on July 10th, recovering weapons and remains. This decisive action underscores the NAV's commitment to disrupting bandits' operations and protecting civilians. In a related effort, troops of the 6th Brigade's Nigerian Army in Taraba State arrested 2 suspected armed dealers, Buba ED 55 and Isiako Yusufa, which is 29, in Yeku Village, Wukari local government area. The operation, based on credible intelligence, led to the recovery of an AK-47 rifle, a magazine, 16 rounds of ammunition, a technophone, and a motorcycle. Brigadier General Kingsley Uwa commended the troops for their swift action, reaffirming ongoing efforts to curb armed trafficking and secure the region. The suspects are under investigation, signaling a proactive approach to dismantling criminal network. However, security challenges persist, as evidenced by a tragic attack on the Catholic Immaculate Conception Minor Seminary in Evianokopi, Onyepodi, Edo State on Thursday night. Gunmen killed an NSCDC officer, abducted 3 students, and injured a local vigilante. Reverend Father Peter Egelewa of the Catholic Diocese of Auchi noted that this was the 2nd attack on the institution in 10 months, highlighting a disturbing pattern of violence against Catholic establishments. Egelawa called for enhanced security measures to protect religious institutions, urging government and security agencies to act decisively. In a separate incident, the Nigerian Senate has recommended 200 million naira in compensation for the family of Ivan Onose, a 2-year-old boy killed by a stray bullet from an NDLEA officer during a raid in Delta State in July 2023. The decision, prompted by a petition from Senator Ned Uwoko and an investigation by the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileged and Public Petition, reflect effort to address security lapses and provide justice for victims. This incident highlights the complex security landscape in Nigeria, where the decisive victories coexist with persistent threats, necessitating sustained vigilance and collaboration. Aliko Dangote is speaking in Lagos during a visit by a global CEO African from Lagos Business School, expressed skepticism about the viability of Nigerian government's own refineries in Port Harcourt, Warri, and Kaduna, despite $18 billion spent on turnaround maintenance. Dangote liked efforts to revive these decades-old facilities to upgrading a 40-year-old car with modern technology. He criticized past decisions, including the 2007 sales and return of the refineries to the government, and highlighted persistent inefficiencies under NNPCL management. And Dangote's remark underscores the need for strategies reform to enhance Nigerians' refining capacity and reduce dependence on imported fuel. Echoing this concern, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited is reviewing its refinery rehabilitation strategy with Group CEO Bayo Ojulari, indicating that asset sales may be considered. Speaking at an OPEC seminar in Vienna, Ojulari noted that introduced technologies have underperformed, contributing to high crude production, driven by pipeline security investments. The review, set to conclude by the end of 2025, aimed to address operational efficiencies and boost oil output to 2 million barrels per day and gas production to 10 billion cubic feet daily by 2027. This effort reflects a broader commitment to revitalizing Nigeria's energy sector. The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission provided further insights into the sector's progress, confirming that oil drilling at the Kolmani field remains in the appraisal stage. Senior Manager Sunday Allah noted the 2 rigs are evaluating crude deposits, with capital investments in Nigeria's northern frontier remaining modest. Launched in 2022 by former President Buhari, the project faced delays but is expected to resume. NUPRC reported a significant increase in Nigerians' rig count from 6 in 2020 to 46 by July 2025, driven by the Petroleum Industry Act and increased exploration. This growth has stabilized productions above 1.7 million barrels per day, created jobs, and attracted over $8 billion in investments for 236 well bores, supporting 120 oil and gas fields since 2022. This development signals a promising trajectory for Nigeria's energy sector despite ongoing challenges. Governor Dauda Lawal of Zamfara State has launched a pilot school feeding program to combat child hunger, boost school enrollment, and reduce the number of out-of-school children. Coordinated by Dr. Yetunde Adeniji, Senior Special Assistant to the President on School Feeding Program, the initiative targets 14 local councils and is supported by the World Bank, UNICEF, and FinPac. by addressing nutritional barriers to education. The program aimed to enhance learning outcome and alleviate poverty, offering the model for other states to emulate. In Sokoto State, the government has cleared approximately 500 million naira in outstanding tuition fees for state-sponsored students at Integral University, India. The Deputy Governor Idris Mohammed Kabir, while presenting certificates to 2 master's graduates, urged them to apply their knowledge for the state's benefit. In a poignant gesture, the Deputy Governor and the Secretary to the state government presented a certificate to the family of Osama Mustafa Nas, a first-class graduate who tragically died in Medina after completing his studies. This effort highlights the state's commitment to educational advancement and honoring academic excellence. The Oyo State College of Agriculture and Technology, Ibora, where our staffs have launched an indefinite strike over delayed and partial salary payment, led by ASUP, SNIP, and NASU. The strike began on July 1st after the management cited insufficient state subventions, increasing subventions, and higher school fees. Workers face ongoing financial strains. The union have appealed to Governor Sheyi Makinde for intervention, noting that the college is the only state institution grappling with such persistent issues. This development underscores the need for sustainable funding models to support educational institutions. A new gender equality fund project in Lagos supported by Y Plus Global, the Global Fund, GSK, and Viv Healthcare seeks to combat HIV, tuberculosis, and malaria, implemented by SID Initiative, Whole of Care and Good Humanitarian Initiative, and Bywar Foundation. The project empowers adolescent girls and young women through leadership training, sexual and reproductive health education, and improved healthcare access, targeting vulnerable groups, including young mothers, sex workers, persons with disabilities, and LGBTIQ+ individuals. The initiative promotes inclusive youth-friendly service to address pressing health challenges. On the environmental front, Professor Raphael Modi of Chrisland University, Abeokuta, has called for greater government investment in waste management to harness its potential for health and economic benefits. Delivering the university's third inaugural lecture, theme, A Journey into the Chemistry of Waste, Wealth, and Health, Modi highlighted the adverse effects of poor waste disposal on environmental sustainability and public health. He also emphasized the medicinal value of local plants like the bush mango and African star apple, noting their antibacterial properties and potential in combating drug-resistant infection. This insight underscored the intersections of environmental and health policies in deriving sustainable development. In a community-driven effort, the Kano State Council of Ulamas has scheduled a special prayer on Sunday, July 12, to seek divine intervention for adequate rainfall amid unusually low participation. Council Chairman Sheikh Ibrahim Khalil urged residents to gather at Umar bin Khattab Juma Mosque, emphasizing unity and sincerity in their appeal for divine mercy. This initiative reflects the deep cultural and spiritual ties that bind Nigerian communities, offering hope in the face of environmental challenges. Administrative challenges such as delayed salary payments are also being addressed. The Office of the Accountant General of the Federation attributed the delayed June 2025 salaries of some federal workers to a technical glitch at Zenith Bank. The government is collaborating with service providers to resolve the issue, with assurance that failed transactions will be processed promptly. This commitment to transparency and efficiency aim to restore confidence among affected employees. In Lagos, the Deeper Life Bible Church has rejected a 10 million naira compensation offered by Surulere local government following the demolitions of its building on Aina Street. Lower Songs are demanding a proper validation or relocation to nearby sites. The church, through spokesperson Taiwo Kupotalbi, is pursuing legal action, and has petitioned the police for protection. While the Lagos state government detained involvement, it has initiated talk through its special advisor on religious matters, signaling a willingness to resolve the disputes amicably. Finally, the United States Mission in Nigeria has clarified that its recent reductions in visa validity for Nigerians non-immigrants applicants stem from a global security and technical review, not political motive, dismissing claims linking the decisions to Nigerian BRICS ties or e-visa policies. The mission reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening bilateral relations. This clarification underscores the importance of transparent communication in maintaining diplomatic ties. Let's now step aside for a brief commercial break, after which there is still plenty more to come right here on Sound TV. Stay tuned and please don't go away.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way. Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way.
Welcome back. We're glad you're still here with us. Coming up next are the international business, sport, and entertainment news. On the international news, President Donald Trump has announced a 35% tariff on Canadian exports to the U.S. effective August 1st, escalating ongoing trade tension. In a letter to Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney, Trump cited dissatisfaction with current trade terms despite recent efforts to negotiate the USMCA agreement. The move follows over 20 similar tariff warnings issued this week to various countries. Canada and Mexico continues talk to avert the duties, aiming for a new deal before the revised August 1st deadline. Trump also hinted a broader tariff on countries not yet targeted, including the EU and Brazil, amid growing global concern over U.S. trade policy.
Another shot fired in the U.S.-Canada trade war. Donald Trump releasing a letter to Prime Minister Mark Carney late this evening. Let's get straight to CTV's senior political correspondent, Mike Lagatur. And Mike, in this letter, a couple of new threats. What exactly does it say?
That's it, period. A defiant declaration from Canada's industry minister talking about the threat of...
On business news, United Bank for Africa now operates in 20 countries and key global financial hubs, solidifying its status as one of Africa's most diversified banking group. At its mid-year business review in Lagos, UBA Group CEO Oliver Olawubo reaffirmed the bank's pan-African strategy and commitment to expanding its footprint across high-growth markets. Over half of UBA's revenue comes from outside Nigeria, reflecting strong performance across the continent. The UK bank also operates in the UK, France, the US, and the UAE, with plans to launch in Saudi Arabia. Olawuba emphasized UBA's goal of connecting African with the world and supporting intra-African trade. Outside Nigeria in 2024, UBA has grown into a global institution serving over 45 million customers, employing 25,000 staff, and driving financial inclusion through technology and innovation. Entertainment news. American R&B artist Chris Brown has pleaded not guilty to 2 new charges related to an alleged 2023 bottle assault at a London nightclub. Appearing at Southwark Crown Court, Brown denied causing actual bodily harm and possessing an offensive weapon. In addition to a prior charge of attempted grievous bodily harm, prosecutors claimed he attacked music producer Abraham Dew with a Cinquella bottle at Tape nightclub in Soho. Released on bail after paying a €5 million security fee, Brown remains under UK residence condition but is allowed temporary travel for his tour. His co-defendant, Hoodie Baby, also pleaded not guilty. The trial is set for October 2026. On sport news, Nigeria Under-20 team, the Flying Eagle, opened their 2025 Waffle B Under-20 Boys Cup campaign with a 1-1 draw against host Ghana. Masibal Aziz put Ghana ahead in the 23rd minute, but Nigerians Abdullahi Abiodun equalized with a late header in the 82nd minute. The match, part of preparations for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Chile, was played in Group A. The Flying Eagle will face Benin Republic next on Sunday, July 13th. Group B matches begin today, featuring Côte d'Ivoire versus Burkina Faso and Niger versus Togo. And that brings us to the end of the news at 9 p.m. for today. Now a quick recap of the top stories. We reported the National Orientation Agency and Economic and Financial Crime Commission launching a nationwide campaign to tackle cybercrime and foster financial disciplines among Nigerian youths, aiming to promote ethical entrepreneurship. We also highlighted the British American Tobacco Nigerian Foundation opening applications for its 10 million naira Farmers for the Future grant, empowering young Nigerians to build sustainable agribusiness and boost food security. In political news, the African Democratic Congress, the state chairman reaffirms their support for interim leader David Mark dispelling rumors of internal division. On the international front, President Donald Trump announced a 35th tariff on Canadian exports, signaling broader trade action that could impact global markets. In business news, United Bank for Africa expanded its operations across 20 African countries, reinforcing its commitment to driving intra-African trade in entertainment. We said Chris Brown pleaded not guilty to assault charges stemming from a 2023 London nightclub incident. And finally, in sports, Nigerian Flying Eagle kicked off their Waffle B Under-20 Cup campaign with 1-1 draw against host Ghana. Stay with us for more exciting lineup of program and updates. I remain Bridget James. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.
In today's digital age, staying ahead of the curve is crucial for success. Turabo Business School is committed to empowering the next generation of leaders with the skills they need to thrive. We present to you our special computer training exclusively designed for SS3 and GSS3 graduates. Our comprehensive program covers a wide range of topics, including Microsoft Word, master the art of document creation and editing, unlock the power of data analysis and visualization, Microsoft Access, learn to manage and analyze database, Microsoft PowerPoint, create stunning presentations that captivate audiences, graphic design using CorelDRAW, unleash your creativity and design skills, Photoshop, enhance your image editing skills and create stunning visuals, programming using web design, build dynamic websites and web applications, database development, learn to design and manage databases, UI/UX design, create user-friendly and intuitive interfaces. At the Turabo Business School, we believe in creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Our experienced instructors will guide you every step of the way, providing you with hands-on